Hey, we're Shannon and Jerry Arner, hosts of the Arner Adventures podcast.
We're a minimalist couple choosing a more intentional way of living, one decision at a time.
After burning out from the nonstop grind of running our business, we realized adventure doesn't have to look loud, expensive, or extreme to matter.
Sometimes it looks like letting go, starting over, asking harder questions, or figuring things out as you move along.
We discuss life's challenges, the small shifts that change everything, and the everyday choices that help us live with less physical clutter and mental noise.
You'll hear honest conversations, thoughtful stories, and reminders that a meaningful life is built in the in-between moments, not just the highlight reel.
This is the Arner Adventures podcast, where life itself is the adventure. Hey everybody, this is Shannon, and I am on the road. This could be a first for us. I don't think we have ever done a podcast where we're literally on the road, but I have this thing where I'm like, we have busy lives going on right now, but we have never missed a podcast, and I'm not about to do it now because our life gets busy. So forgive the sound issues, but I'm just going to go ahead and record because we're not going to miss this conversation. Jerry is on one side of the state. I'm on the other side of the state. We're in the process of our big lifestyle transition, life change. I don't know if that is the appropriate term, but nevertheless, things are going down in the next couple of weeks. We have a lot going on. We have a press trip coming up. We have our build out going on. We're going to be moving soon, like permanently moving, not just the transition going back and forth, but the podcast doesn't stop, you guys. So this week, it is just me. We're going to have a little convo about the hidden cost of starting over. And this is, these are costs that are not about money. It's the cost that starting over can be so fun, but, good stress is still stress. And there's a lot of things that come along with starting over. We did our big starting over a few years ago, back in 2017, where we sold the business, sold our house, sold all of our stuff, and then moved to the coast. But this is sort of another starting over. I mean, we're moving to a tiny living abode. It's different for us. It's in Western North Carolina, so it's mountains instead of beach, but it's going to be so great. But there are hidden costs that come with it that we hadn't thought about. So we thought, well, let's have a conversation about it in case you're thinking of starting over, whether it's a career, whether it's where you're going to live, whatever the situation may be. Let's chat about it.
We used to think we weren't cruise people.
Yeah, until Virgin Voyages proved us wrong.
It's adults only, which already sets the tone, but it's also just a completely different experience.
Especially this time of year when everyone's planning trips. It's such a easy way to see multiple places without overpacking your schedule.
And the food. It completely ruined us for other cruises.
It did. No buffets, no formal nights, no awkward vibes. You do what you want when you want. You're not really herded around like cattle.
Yeah, whether it's the Caribbean, the Med, or somewhere new, it just works.
You can grab our savings access key by going to arneradventures.com/virgin-voyages and start planning your next trip.
It's not your typical cruise.
It's just better. So, starting over sounds good when you say it, right? Fresh start, clean slate, new chapter, and all of that is so true. But there's this whole side of it that has nothing to do with the money. And that's really the part that catches you off guard. It has definitely caught us off guard. So the things that really no one talks about is how much space it takes up in your head. Things like, with us, with our build out, we've had some plumbing issues, meaning a plumber didn't show up, right? I feel like that's just par for the course for so many things. It's like, especially when you're dealing with a build out or construction or something, like people will quote it or whatever. Maybe they don't want the job. Maybe they're too busy. Maybe it's scarcity of, well, I have to go and take on as much as I can, even if I can't get to it, because what if I don't have any work? I get it. I used to be like that. But yeah, so we had some plumbing issues with getting a plumber to come. We think it's straightened out now. But I didn't sleep all week. Because every time I laid my head down all I thought about was, well, if we don't get a plumber, what if this plumber doesn't come? What if we can't find another plumber to come back? What are we going to do? And all these different things. It's not just the move itself or the change itself, whatever it is for you, whatever, if it's a job, whatever. It's just not. It's everything around it. It's sometimes the minutia of it, but sometimes it's the minutia of the things around it. And so one of the biggest things that happens, these hidden costs of a lifestyle change, are that everything becomes a decision, right? It's like, where are things going to go? What do you keep? What should you get rid of? What works now that didn't before? What is not going to work that has all along? Every small thing, like all the small stuff, feels like it matters more than it should because everything is heightened. It's like everything in your mindset is heightened. Like even as the recording time got closer and closer to when I knew I needed to record this so we could get it edited and pushed out, I was just so stressed out about it. And I'm like, I'm just having conversations with the people who are listening, and surely we're going to not get some trolls and nasty grams about how it sounds weird because I'm in the car, right? And if I do, and it starts that way, I'm just going to delete it. So, it's okay. Nothing stops because you are in transition or because you're downsizing or whatever the situation may be. So, there's a stretch of time where it feels like nothing feels done, but so much is getting done. And when you're out of your old routine and not fully in your new one yet, there's that in between feeling, and everything feels temporary. You, Another thing that happened yesterday was, I'm on one side of the state, Jerry's on the other, and there was something I needed for some flights that we had going on, and I was like, where is this thing? And I couldn't find it. And I had started moving stuff. Well, where is it? I thought I had it. And I called Jer and he couldn't find it. But then we had put it in a place with our passport so they wouldn't get lost. But we're just in that transition part. And so when you're in a situation like this, everything feels like you're in the in between, the upside down. Stranger Things fans out there. And that's the weird part. It's like you're not where you were, but you're not fully where you're going to be either. So that's the in between feeling that just kind of sits there, and it's not really dramatic. It's just off. It's just things are off. The other thing that's, a hidden cost of, all of this is that your time goes somewhere else. Time is money. Time is one of the most valuable things that we own, right? Everyone is time. And even if the goal is to simplify, this stage takes time. And so you're figuring things out, you're adjusting, you're reworking how your day looks, especially if you're doing a build out. Somebody's working on the walls, but they're waiting for the plumbing to get done. You can see how much this has bothered me this week. But the plumbing isn't being done. So then the person doing the walls is stopping because they can't go further and everything is slowed down and it's not on my timeline and I'm freaking out. And it's like everything pulls, your attention from everything else. And that is definitely a cost. It's a mental cost and it's a time cost. So this part about the time really gets overlooked, right? It's like most of the focus is on the big change, the move, day to day, you know, part of everything else might be quieter, like it goes on the back burner. And it's like you just have to embrace it somehow, which I'm learning to do, but then embrace those quiet times where maybe you're not thinking about the big change or whatever it is that you have going on, and maybe not have the cost and realize that those down times of trying to not think about it and just being in that moment and embracing 5 minutes is so valuable. And even in the car today, like I'm driving across the state, so it's like a 6 hour drive. I'm sort of, I'm thinking about it. Of course, I'm thinking about all of the things, the costs, the hidden costs, but I'm also sort of enjoying time away from what's going on, this in between thing. So, what have I found that helps? Honestly, just not rushing it. And that's really hard for me because I'm someone who has to be in control of everything and realizing that this timeline is me trying to rush it is not going to work. Letting things stay a little unfinished, again, out of my comfort zone, but letting it be unfinished, not expecting everything to feel normal right away. It's like I'm in the middle, we are in the middle of this move, and I walk into what's going to be our living space, and I want to, I don't know if for the lack of a better word, nest. I want to get everything ready for our nest. I want to start, bringing in our new mattress that's going to fit our space. I want to start cleaning from the construction stuff, and I can't. Like, I have to let go of it and not try to fix it, not try to fix the feeling, not try to fix the way that I am at that moment, just sort of trying to embrace it. And I'm day by day, I'm getting better and better about it. But if you're in a situation where there's change, whether big, like moving, or you're making a location change for your business, or you're redoing your website, or you're changing the branding for your business, or you're changing people that you hang around. You're working on your boundaries and you're eliminating people from your life, or you're changing your jobs. Whatever it is that you're changing, there are hidden costs, and it's okay. I don't want to. I think I've used the word the downside of it. I don't want to say that because there are costs, just like financial costs. There are with things. There's hidden costs that have nothing to do with money, and it's okay to have those costs. Like, I keep reminding myself that, and I keep trying to tell myself that's part of this process, Shannon. It's part of this process, and it's okay. And if you're listening to this and you're going through one of those changes, it's okay. It doesn't stay like this. This part does pass. It's a season. It may not even be a very long season, like it's a word season, but it's a season of your life. It just doesn't feel like it when you're in it. And things will settle. The construction dust will settle. You can clean it up. Decisions slow down. It starts to feel more normal again. And you just have to remember that you just don't get there overnight. I'm remembering that. I hope you remember that. And thank you for bearing with me on this not great audio while I'm driving to see Hubs and my furry kids. And I can't wait to see them. And I can't wait to get this new change and lifestyle going, and I can't wait for it to be wrapped up so that we can enjoy more adventures. But I hope that you are enjoying whatever adventure you're on today, tomorrow, have anything planned, and we'll see you next week.
If this episode resonated with you or you know someone who might need to hear it, feel free to share it along. That truly means a lot to us.
You can also support the podcast by leaving a 5-star review or rating on the platform you're listening on. It helps more than you probably realize.
Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future episodes. You can always find us, the show notes, and the brands that support the podcast at warneradventures.com.
Until next time, here's to the small adventures, the hard ones, and everything in between.
Bye-bye.